Revenge is best served cold. Welcome back to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest. Today we are breaking down and reviewing Cold Pursuit from 2019.
He died of a heroin overdose.
I don't think your son was a junkie.
He got mixed up with a gangster. Viking.
Gonna kill him. Know those guys.
Oh, jeez.
One guy can disappear. Two, he wants me dead.
3 of Viking's dealers have disappeared.
Threw him on the gorge.
Nice.
Aren't you gonna ask where I've been?
Cold Pursuit. Rated R. Only in theaters February 8th.
Joining me today are recurring guests Cole and Taylor, my old buddies that worked with me at the movie theater. Always a pleasure to have them on the pod. The description for today's movie is a grieving snowplow driver seeks out revenge against the drug dealers who killed his son. Directed by Hans-Peter Moland. He also directed the same exact movie, but in Danish, In Order of Disappearance from 2014, which apparently, well, we'll break it down in the review, but apparently there's other directors who have done this, but this was the first that I knew of that directed a foreign film and then directed the exact same one in English. So, top billed stars, Liam Neeson, Laura Dern for like 4.5 minutes, and Michael Richardson with an accent over the A. Not to be confused with Kramer Michael Richards. It's a different guy. Runtime of 1 hour and 59 minutes, rated R. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says mystery and thriller, action. I don't agree with that. Rating from IMDb is 6.2 out of 10 from 57,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 69% from the critics and only 49 from the rest of us. Yeah, you'll figure it out. This one had a $60 million budget and only made a worldwide box office haul of $76 million. And I think, well, there's a couple reasons why, and we'll get into that. Where you can watch this right now is you just have to rent it for $3.99 and up. Now to get to the best part of the show, should or shouldn't you watch this? 5 reasons why you should watch this. And again, I know I've said this in other podcasts, but if you listen to these reasons and they don't jive with you, then obviously the opposite is true and you shouldn't watch this. Number 1, if you like Liam Neeson. Number 2, if you've seen In Order of Disappearance from the same director and want to see the American version of the exact same film. Number 3, if it's the summer and you want to watch something with snow in it, this is for you. Number 4, if you want to see some really weird bad guy kills, this is for you. And number 5, if you don't have any other movie that you're wanting to watch, then you could do worse. And at the same time, you could probably do better. At this point, there may be some spoilers up ahead, so if you want to watch and then come back and join us for the breakdown of Cold Pursuit from 2019. All right, here's some popcorn trivia for you. Not too much, because this movie didn't do that well. Liam Neeson had stated that this will be his final action movie role. And I call liar, pants on fire, because he's coming out with a movie this year. I don't know how much action he's doing in it, but he's basically an older Taken guy, and he's helping a Hispanic young kid across the border. Hans-Peter Moland directed the original In Order of Disappearance from 2014, which I mentioned earlier, and he returned to direct this remake. One of the characters in the movie makes fun, and this is probably because, I say this because meaning I'm very childlike. One of the characters in this movie makes fun of the sexual nature of Nels Coxman's name. That's the protagonist, Liam Neeson's character's name in the film is Nels Coxman. And in the original Norwegian film, of which this is the remake, the main character is called Nels Dickman. So that's funny. The New York premiere for the movie was canceled after Neeson made some controversial remarks in an interview to promote it. And on the movie's theme of revenge and how it can consume somebody, I won't get into what he said because it's not very good and you can look it up on your own. But I am 100% sure why the movie didn't do so well, because of Neeson doing some bad press. Body count for this movie is 25. And getting to popcorn beefs, my only beef is that I wish it was slightly better. Welcome back to another episode of the Popcorn Priest. With me, as always, is Brain Rapperines.
These guys.
Brain Rapperines.
These people.
And I can't remember what we used to call you.
I don't
Mr.
have
Tribe.
Yeah, it's Mr. Tribe.
You were Trailer Tribe.
Trailer Tribe. Okay, Cole, now we need your expert reading skills.
A grieving snowplow driver seeks out revenge against the drug dealers who killed his son, based on the 2014 Norwegian film An Order of Disappearance.
We just screened Cold Pursuit with Liam Neeson.
Who was the director?
The same director that directed the Norwegian version,
Oh, really?
Hans Petter Moland.
So he did both versions.
Yes, he did.
I bet that's not ever happened before.
It has.
It has.
Really?
Funny Games is that, isn't it?
That's that, but then there was that one with Kiefer Sutherland or Jeff Bridges where his wife disappears and he tracks down the guy and wants to find out what it's like to be buried alive. Like The Vanishing.
I have no idea what you're
It's
talking
some
about.
movie from the
That sounds
90s,
weird.
but it was some French or foreign film, I think. But then they remade it. I think it was called The Vanishing, but it was the same director that got to do both. But
Did Vanishing have...
I think it had Sandra Bullock in there. Hang on, I'm looking that up. I want to say did Jeff Bridges or Kiefer Sutherland, but I can't remember. Jeff Bridges and Kiefer Sutherland. They were both... Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember. One of them was
That's
the
your confusion.
One of them was the bad guy. I can't remember who. Anyway.
But it
Just
doesn't
another
happen
example.
very often.
Does not happen very often.
I mean, why would you want to make the same movie twice?
That's what I'm saying. That seems really crazy to me.
I mean, you're gonna make it in English, and it's probably gonna make more money. But you already made that movie.
Exactly.
But maybe
there's something you want to do differently. That you need to do.
maybe it's like a rewrite. He's like, you know,
Or
what?
maybe they just
give it another pass.
They brought in wheelbarrows full of money, and he's just like, okay.
Yeah, it's like I will make more from this.
He wanted 2/3 up front.
Exactly. Well, 2/3 up front, and then he just bombed the movie.
Yeah, this movie's really long. I forgot about that part. Okay, let's get into it. This is a weird movie.
This is a really weird movie. Oh man.
They filmed in Canada.
Yeah, I know. It's not Park City.
We thought it was filmed in Park City.
It kind of looks. It's a ski town, so of course it looks like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's in the mountains.
it looks like. Yeah, I expected to see Lloyd and Harry walk away.
Vail, Colorado.
Yeah.
It felt like many different films.
Yeah,
trying to be-
it's like it's got some like yeah. You pointed out it had kind of like a Coen Brothers farce to it, which the plot definitely. The way it's portrayed, it feels like you could have made it funnier. Like
Yeah.
it definitely feels like I don't know, because the pacing of it, the music, like the definitely does.
editing was really
Yeah,
weird.
the
at
editing was
times.
really weird. Like you see things where like, okay, this scene's like going for comedy, but the whole movie's played really, really straight in like a really weird way. Like it does kind of have like that foreign film feel to it, like with the pacing, but
Well, and even like bouncing back and forth with the score, like it was trying to be Tarantino, thrown in like popular type songs.
yeah, like
and-
really upbeat and then like really like gritty, serious thriller music. It's a strange movie.
It goes up and down, but it keeps you entertained.
Yeah, I mean it's not boring. Like it's not bad. It's just kind of
It goes from being serious to trying to lighten the mood to
it's very strange.
a random joke coming out of nowhere.
It's like I feel like it could have been better. I mean, that's like the main thing I get away from it. Is like it's got a lot of good parts, like like on their own. But I mean, like the plot's like I don't know. It's kind of convoluted, but also like a lot of coincidences that make it all work out, kind of thing.
Yeah, and a lot of assumptions like, oh, we're already here at this place.
Yeah,
and a lot of things have happened, and you just have to move forward.
it plays it pretty loose with its like plotting. It feels like I don't know. Liam Neeson's in it, but it could have been anybody. He doesn't really. It's not really like the gritty Taken.
It could have been
like from
Mel
the description.
Gibson.
Yeah, from the description, you'd think it'd be like an action movie like Taken or stuff, but it really isn't. Like it has action-esque scenes in it. Well, they're not even. I don't even know if I would even call them that. There's kind of scenes where violence happens.
Other than the shootout.
Yeah, but that wasn't really an action scene.
Not
Like
really.
it wasn't.
They played it pretty realistically.
Yeah.
Like that's how.
Yeah, it's a weird movie.
Other than the tree, that part
Yeah.
would not have happened.
That part was pretty. Yeah, tonally it's a very strange movie. It's like it says it's a black comedy, which I guess it's like, I mean,
Not all the way.
yeah, it's like there's definitely parts where it's going for humor and like, yeah, like this the one scene at the beginning where he's in the van.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's weird.
What do you think, Cole?
Where he's in the van.
Yeah, where he's strangling and then
Oh.
gets back up. So that's kind of funny.
Well, I mean, even that, and then the last person to die just pops up out of nowhere. It's kinda
Yeah.
like, okay.
It's weird.
It kept me entertained. I mean, what happens if you have Taken set in a snowstorm, and instead of an expert at espionage, he knows a lot about snowplows. It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just...
It makes you want to watch the Norwegian version just to see if it adds any new, if it's how you go away feeling about that film.
What was the rating on that, on the Norwegian film version? Because I think this one got like in the 60s on Rotten Tomatoes.
69.
Cold Pursuit.
Yeah, it's 69 on Rotten Tomatoes, which means it's actually really good.
But I did notice that
It's barely certified fresh.
I noticed that the audience score was way low, like in the 30s.
Yeah, I mean, it's... How long is this?
I think it's like 2 hours.
It felt 2 hours.
It's long. It felt longer than that.
Yeah, because it's like, it's very strange.
Long enough that you forget parts of the movie. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, that did happen.
Yeah, like just now that happened. It was like, oh, right. There's like this whole thing there, and Laura Dern was in this.
Yeah, throwaway role.
Yeah, like, why?
Like, oh, I would like to be in this for 7 minutes.
Yeah, and have like maybe 5 lines.
He was probably in it 1-2 days of shooting.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
I
weird.
need you to be happy. Okay, now I need you to be sad. Okay, you're done.
Yeah. Smoke some weed, be happy, and then all of a sudden,
And then
tonally,
Yeah, I like all the weed smoking because it's in Colorado. It's
refuse
funny.
to put on your husband's cufflinks and storm out of the house.
Yeah.
and leave a blank note. How dare.
Spoilers. That's going
Sorry,
too far.
spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
you gave that away. And I don't know that the Denver crime world is as cool as they made it out to be with like the clubs, the beginning. It's like, I don't.
You mean
It sounded really cool. In
It did,
Atmos.
yeah.
You mean the one club, the
Yeah,
singular.
the one club.
The one.
It's like, I refuse to believe there's any like club in Denver. It's cool.
Well, it's also a fake town, which we also found out about.
it's not even a real place. So you just like make a 3-hour radius outside of Denver, and somewhere on that circle.
You throw a dart.
And the CG of like one road into Denver.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
show that like 7 times.
It doesn't look like Denver. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there are parts of Denver that are just like look like northern Canada.
It's probably,
It's so much snow.
it was probably just to save money on taxes. So they didn't actually shoot in Denver. They just showed the road going into Denver.
Yeah, it's like yeah. There's so much snow. It's like
a lot of snow.
it's like it's like Alaska snow. It's insane.
It's Fargo snow.
I don't know. I haven't been to Colorado in a while. Maybe it's really bad. And I don't know.
I don't think I'll watch it ever again.
No,
but
me
it
neither.
was fine.
Yeah, it's
Like-
if I'd seen it in theaters, I might have been a little disappointed. If I'd like been really excited for it, but I don't know that I would have been. It's like it would have been just like, yeah, this is
Yeah,
a
it
movie.
was fine. I give it a medium bucket. It's which is 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I give it 500,000 stars.
Half
It's
a
fi-
million. from
It's
Taylor.
fine. It's fine.
I'll give it a silver snowplow. Not gold and not bronze, but somewhere in the middle.
All right. Yeah, it's
Our rating system is top notch.
You can really see everything.
It's really easy to define what's going to be good and what's going to be bad.
and this was just above average, right?
I'd say it's average. I mean, unless you're saying that most films are bad, which sure, maybe.
Most films are bad.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, it's not there. It's above that, but
They did a good job.
there's mediocrity. Like, it's like it feels like it could have been better than it is. And I don't know.
I mean, there's been some movies we reviewed where it's two of us didn't like it and one of us did.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page.
Yeah, it's like I didn't hate it, but it's not like I'm not like stoked about it the way I was Upgrade, where I was pumping my fist.
Upgrade was so good. Upgrade was so awesome.
I know I pick bad movies. You guys don't have to be subtle about it.
Chris picked this.
I mean, when it comes to my turn, they're usually bad.
No,
You're usually like,
Dude,
what the hell are we watching?
you picked High Rise, bro. That was so crazy.
That was a wild movie.
I picked High Rise.
It was like that one felt like 3 hours long, and none of it made sense.
Well, it made more sense than Macbeth because we couldn't figure out what the hell they were even saying.
It was so weird. Oh, man. And then also, Cole picked the one about the guy who was a Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, the one with Michael Shannon. That one was not good.
Did we actually watch that?
Pottersville? Yeah, we watched it.
God, I don't remember anything anymore.
It's not good.
Dude, the last film you were asleep.
That's probably why I don't remember it.
I turned this on just to remember what movie we watched.
Yeah, wasn't it
last
First
time.
Man?
And we were talking about it for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, Taylor was like, "And Cole's still asleep."
I had to finish watching that on the plane because I fell asleep.
Oh, that's funny. You were very tired. We made you.
Yeah, didn't you like come from the airport?
Probably. That sounds about right.
Well, any parting thoughts?
Yeah,
I hate snow, and I don't want to live in a place where
like-
it's that deep.
I wouldn't recommend it, but if you wanted to see it, knock yourself out.
That's not very helpful.
I like-
I mean, yeah, it is.
I like the Indian layer.
Yeah, there's like
There's some-
like the actual plot of it is kind of convoluted, but like in a kind of a fun way. Like there is like some Coen brother like burn after reading, like
Yeah.
Twistery.
like farcical, like comedy of misunderstandings that's there, but it's just I don't know. It feels like it should be sharper than it is, you know.
And the I liked the the funerals and the
Yeah,
In the
I
middle
was
of
gonna say
nowhere.
that, like that part, like that's punctuating the film with those. That's pretty funny.
yeah, and the title cards of the people who are
Yeah, and
dying.
their nicknames.
It took me like 3 names to figure out
What they were
kinda
doing?
what was going on. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
dumb, but
I was really confused by the first name. I was like, is this
What?
like a credit?
yeah, it was weird. It was really out of place, but yeah. And they did a cool nod to the original film at the very end credits with the In Order of Disappearance, which is the name of the other one.
Yeah, and
was
like
kinda cool.
yeah, like all the names appear at once and then slowly disappear.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. It's fun if you want to watch it in the summertime and or wintertime.
No, it'd be awful in the wintertime.
Yeah, it'd be miserable. It's so much snow. It
But-
looks so unpleasant.
Yeah. Take her or leave it. Good times for one night, but not
2
good.
hours.
I mean, there are better films.
There
But
are
if you've
better
seen all those,
Try this
If
one.
you're done with the masterpieces, come on down to the regulars.
We'll catch you next time. Thanks, everybody. Hit me up on the Twitters if you want to interact with the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I respond to every tweet. Next week, we will be reviewing Chaplin from 1992. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, and for Cole and Taylor, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.